Subscribe or this will be in your house tonight. Supreme comments r/AskReddit. What secret could ruin your life? A friend of mine I used to hang out with, Chase, told me a bad secret during our sophomore year of high school. We were good friends and smoked together, but we came from a bad neighborhood. Anyways, one day at school, I watch his back when he gets a gram of Wowie to this guy Terrence, bully senior, relay hole, kinda chunky but played football the year before and was built. As we're walking away, Chase just keeps going on and on about how much of a jerk that guy was. After school we both put our money together from ourselves to buy more. As we're starting, he tells me he needs to tell me something. He says that Terrence guy tried assaulting his sister at a park, but stopped after she started screaming, who at the time was in 8th grade. Chase tells me how Terrence wanted to buy some after school, but didn't have enough. This was after his sister told him what happened. So he said he'd give it to him for free if he stole a few cans of Four Locos, which was really easy back in the day. After, Chase said he acted like he was really happy about it and smoked him out for free and then gave him some to take home. He told me that when he rolled it earlier he laced it with H for Terrence and has been lacing all the stuff he sold him with H he gets from his uncle, who knew what he was doing and basically turned Terrence to a junk. Told me he's been doing it every day for weeks and been charging him double since Terrence doesn't know anyone else to buy off of. That he's even been to his house and got to take some of his shoes, TV, Sparks, iPod, basically everything a teen would want in exchange for more, and also to pay off debts. We weren't some big kids or anything, but our families were heavily affiliated, and most people knew that. He then tells me he didn't sell him any earlier that day, but gave him a bit of H I asked him for free. He said, "Nah, I had the idiot steal me some jerseys from Foot Locker and I sold them for like $200 at the flea market and started laughing." I did my fair share of effed up stuff throughout high school, but I felt really weird about that. I didn't say anything because I was a member at the time, so I didn't feel like I had a right to judge. I never told anyone. We grew apart after that. I moved away from my hometown a year later, but I hear that Terrence has been in and out of rehab/jail and struggling pretty much homeless when he's out. This won't ruin me because I've already went no contact with my mom, but it still hurts and is a big secret I've not told anyone. When I was a kid, I had asthma pretty bad, so I'd be up all night, coughing constantly. My mom and I lived with her parents. We shared a room, so I slept in her bed often when I was a toddler. Mom would come home from work and lay down for bed, but I'd keep her awake with my coughing. Sometimes at night I'd be coughing and she would hug me so tight that I couldn't breathe. It would really distress me that I couldn't breathe, but I knew mom loved me so much and I didn't want to tell her she was literally squeezing me to death because I was afraid of hurting her feelings. So I'd just tell her that I loved her so much and she would cry pretty hard after that. Took me years after having my own kid and treating him gently to figure out that it's actually pretty difficult to squeeze a kid so hard that they couldn't breathe. Mom is bipolar and has had other incidents of hurting people and abandoning those in her care that need medication and can't take care of themselves. So I finally put it together and figured out mom would be so agitated with my asthma that she would try to stop me from coughing by squeezing me almost to death. And then she would cry out of guilt when I told her I loved her. On the outside, I'm a happily married 30-something, about to buy a house, in sync with my wife on most things like religion, kids, that things will get better for us, etc. In reality, I'm a deeply depressed, secret alcoholic, which I fear is already adversely affecting my health, but I can't stop. Don't believe in any higher power anymore and derive little or no pleasure or satisfaction from anything. Most of this started with a sudden and untimely passing of my mom and some other family drama that happened around the same time while I was in university. I powered my way through there because I was encouraged to by those around me, even though I wanted so badly to drop out. This is also about the time I started abusing it. I barely drank at all before. My family is rather scattered now, living in different states. My wife and I are close, but I have been unable to find or make new meaningful friends as an adult in the city I moved to for a job. I'm so stressed. I feel pins and needles in my brain/head and tongue constantly and drink heavily. 5 to 10 drinks/units per day most of the time. Sometimes more. I can hold off if I'm traveling or around family or in a situation where I can't drink at all. I don't even get really that drunk visibly anymore, which is why I think I hide it well from my wife. There is usually an empty vodka bottle hidden in my briefcase by the time she gets back from work, and I have usually poured my first glass of wine by then to mask that I have already been drinking. I get home from work earlier than she. She thinks I'm as happy and fulfilled as she, and excited and ready to have kids and start a family, etc, etc. In truth, I'm just numb to this world. I try to love her, I think I do, and expend all of my energy keeping up the facade and affection for her. But apart from that, I have zero energy or desire for anything. I used to be athletic and still look decent, but my physical shape is fading fast. I don't have or enjoy any hobbies. I just wake up, go to work, drink when I can, and mark off the days as I get older and closer to eventually dying. I don't know what to do. Tried therapy back in the day, and meds didn't seem to help. I just am trying to make life okay for the people around me who I don't want to see be like me inside, mostly my wife. But beyond that, I feel like I have totally missed the boat and am past satisfaction or having any meaningful place in the world. I'm in serious debt because of a drug addiction I used to have, of which my family didn't know I had. I'm almost 2 years clean now, but I can hardly pay any bills I have, and I'm afraid to ask any family member for money because I know I can't pay them back in the near future. Edit. THNX for all the kind words, guys and gals. Sadly, here in the Netherlands, declaring bankruptcy isn't as easy. You have to have certain points going for and against you to actually declare it, as far as I know. As for the people talking about sending something to help, PLZ, if you want to help, send it to some sort of charity that helps addicted to get and stay clean. Because for me, even though I have it rough, the people still fighting this have it 10x rougher. Since nobody knows who I'm on this account, I will say it here. There is an autistic kid at school. He keeps telling me he is going to hit up the school, constantly asks if I want it. I always get scared and say no. He says he will not hit me and hit girls so I can have them. He says he wants to join ISIS and become a terrorist. The thing is that he is either making really dark jokes or he is just very mentally handicapped. I would feel like garbage if I told on him because I don't want the autistic kid to get in trouble. He might not know what he is talking about, but at the same time, if he does something, I don't think I would be able to live with myself. Update: I'm at school right now. When the day ends, going to go talk to the dean and the principal. Update: the 2nd of May, 1:58 PM. I went to the dean's office after school today and she was not there. I assume she went to the school's main office for something, so I just left an anonymous letter. I have no idea where the principal was and had to get on my bus home, so I left. The dean probably will see the note. Update: the 3rd of May, I didn't see the kid at school today. I assume he got suspended or is in jail. I honestly don't know. I hope he is getting help. Update 4: I don't think he is at school anymore. I haven't seen him and nobody hasn't talked about him. I assume he is expelled or suspended. Not entirely sure. I feel incredibly bad about telling on him though. I had a baby with sperm donated from a man who advertised on Craigslist. If my very religious family found out it wasn't an accident, I would be completely shunned and disowned. I'm a female who is ugly. No, that's not the secret. But I am ugly because I have a facial deformity that I was born with. I've never had a long-term partner and only had sex a few times in my life. My biological clock was ticking loudly and I desperately wanted a child. There wasn't going to be time enough to meet someone, and my odds were non-existent as a middle-aged ugly female. I own my home, have a career, but I didn't want to lose all my savings to pay to have it done through a clinic and sperm donation, etc. It would have been at least $15,000 per try. My chances of adopting were also almost non-existent, as any woman looking to adopt her baby out isn't going to pick the ugly, middle-aged lady to adopt their baby. Plus is crazy freaking expensive. I wanted the money I had in savings, etc., toward raising the child. So I turned to Craigslist and got it for free. My child is a preschooler now, and I've never been happier or more fulfilled. I pinch myself every day because my child is in my life and I feel so freaking lucky. Every day is a dream come true, and I savor each and every moment. I try to be the best mom I can be in every way. Parenting really makes you take a long, hard look at yourself and how you show up in the world. I parent from my heart. Subscribe for the doggo and check out some more of the videos. The doggo commands you.